Right, so episode 2, jumping straight off from episode 1. As I said, these episodes are going to be as and when I visit the railway. However, I'm doing the introduction video, which was episode 1, and then the start, which is episode 2, which is this one. So if you haven't seen episode 1 and you're wondering what on earth I'm doing standing in a brake van, go watch that and hopefully you'll find out why. But yeah, I'm going to run you through what I want to get done today, and then I will cut and jump as and when I've done something to show you guys. So, like I mentioned in the last one, I really want to get this fire working to start drying out some of the inside damp in here, and I also want to clear out any of the stuff that's definitely not going to stay in here, like there's a lot of rubbish and things, and just a general tidy up, if you like, just to get to the base layer of what needs to be done. So I'm going to do that. I've got a can of Red Bull, so that should keep me going for a good few hours. I'd also like to try and see if I can unseize the brake wheel as well, but that might be done later on. But yeah, first things first is to tidy up this fire area and tidy up the mess in and around this room. So I'm going to put a pair of gloves on, grab a rubbish bag, and yeah, see you in a second. But before we get into the action, don't forget guys, if you are enjoying this series and you're looking forward to more, please hit the thumbs up, share the video, and of course leave any comments and feedback in the comment section underneath this video. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much to all the channel members as well. The support on the channel has been crazy, and hopefully I'll see some of you on the live streams as well. We might actually end up doing some live streams down here, to be honest with you. If that's something you guys want to see, again, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's jump into some action. So, as well as sweeping up, as I mentioned, I also want to try and clear the fire out. And as you can see, all that pile of rubbish down here is everything that's come out of that thing so far. And I think there's still a grate in there somewhere that hasn't completely rusted away. So the plan is to try and dig that out and clean it up, and then hopefully I'll be able to do something with it. Dusty in here, as you can probably imagine. Right, so what have I done so far apart from make a mess? So as you can see here, I've just started to, well, Charles has actually been up on the roof, and we found a hole in the roof on this side where the wood is, there's not so much shagging, but there's a little bit of water getting in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to redo the roof with like a rubber mat. So that needs to be purchased. The brake wheel, I've actually started using an angle grinder just to remove some of the heavy rust, and you can actually move it now, just about. So maybe that needs a bit of grease on the coil down there. Also found these. These are the circuit protectors. So you put these across the rails, I believe, to indicate that you're in that section. I think could be wrong, but yeah. So there's them. Found two pairs of them. Which is what was set, some goggles or something was sat on that before. I've started stripping out all the wood and rubbish that isn't going to stay in here, and there's a whopping great pile of it out there, and a bag of rubbish that's just been lying about in here as well. But the other thing, let me spin the camera around, I've been working on is this little area down here, and if I pop this down, we have a lovely fire going. So what I've done is I've removed all the stuff that was around here, angle grinded a lot of the rust that was on here, and then I managed to get this open as well. So this is where you put your wood in to start the fire, and then obviously I've got the coals up the top there. And the reason I wanted to get this done first is kind of to dry out the whole of the inside. So it's really, really warm in here now, which is good, because a lot of the timber in here is damp. So hopefully after time, these will start to dry out nicely and be a bit more a bit more resistant to the water. You might be able to see from this angle as well, I've actually started angle grinding as much of the rust and paintwork off the backboard as possible, and started trying to tidy up some of this, cleared out all of the inside of here, as I say, to get to this, because this was all seized up. Yeah, this is working really, really well actually. There is a little crack in the side of it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to bother replacing this or not, because this, I mean, it works really well, and you've got the smoke coming out the chimney at the top on the other side, which is a good sign, because obviously there's nothing clogging up the chimney up that end. As you can see here, I managed to get all the way to the base layer of metal there, just to see what the condition it is. And to be honest with you, like, a lot of the metal work in here is like, it's fine. It just needs a clean up. And as you can probably see from down here, I've started trying to see how much of the paint will come off, and literally just by brushing your hand on it, it just starts to break away. So that's what all of this mess is on the floor down here. So that needs sweeping up. But yeah, that angle grinder has been an absolute lifesaver today, and that spatula as well. The two tools I've used today. As you can see down here, this is one of the duckets. Now, speaking to Charles, we're going to completely replace both of these. So that one and that one there, as they're too far gone to like sort of justify repairing them, when we can make a nice new pair up and just save ourselves the time. So that will hopefully sort this out here. These pieces of wood on the inside and outside are going to be replaced as well. But that's something I can do once we've got the duckets fixed. We see these three lovely seats as well. I'm probably going to take these home at some point and try and tidy them up a little bit. As you can see on the underneath there, they've still got all the screws from the wood that the wood underneath that's rotted. But these are definitely repairable, so I'd like to see these back in use. Obviously that one's in really good condition, just needs a clean up. And then the desk area you've got here, this is in really good condition. Just need to take this off as the hinges have rusted away. Either repair it or replace it, and then get the paint off and get it back to the original wood, fresh coat of paint, and that'll be good to go. And then you've got obviously the lovely seat there. Once that's cleaned up, and that little area there should be alright. Like I said, I've started de-rusting this, so it does kind of turn now. The latch on here is a little bit seized up, so that's something that needs looking at. Also, I know I said earlier about vacuum brakes. Now, this vacuum brakes isn't the vacuum brakes for the actual brake van. This is for the through train, if you like. So applying this once there's pressure, obviously, this will stop the whole train effectively from this point here. Whereas the only brakes on the actual brake van itself is the ones connected to this wheel. This, I think, is all in fairly good condition. I know Charles has been underneath and had a quick look at everything under there, and it's all in fairly good nick. The brake pads as well, they've still got a long life left in them, especially for running up and down here. They shouldn't see too much wear at all. And then obviously you've got the vacuum gauge up there. Obviously we can't really test any of this out till there's actually vacuum pipes connected to it to see how much the paint rubbish is coming off as well. A lot of this is just needs to go back to the wood, and then treat the wood and then repaint it again. Obviously we need to get that roof bit sorted out, so this bit here can go back up. This side to the right of me here is all good. It's just a little bit of sag on this side here, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue, I hope. But a lot of it is cosmetic and woodwork. Obviously the duckets, Charles is going to give me a lot of help with, because metalwork's not, I don't really know anything, so he's going to help me make them and weld them all together. We've had a look at the cost of the rubber for the roof as well, and the cost of the wood for the foot plates along either side. So they're both going to come off either side and be fully replaced, because it just saves having to try and fix the timber that literally will break away in your hand. The wood down here, I'm going to try and save, because again, nothing too wrong with it, and I might just need to make a new panel up the top here. But yeah, that's it so far. I will join you back in a minute, and hopefully we'll have made some more progress. So just standing on the outside here, you can see where some of this stuff isn't too bad, but other stuff, as you can see, just kind of starts to break away in your hand. this all's going to be changed as well. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And I need to do a bit of gardening, get rid of some of this rubbish. But yeah, these two are going to be replaced the whole way along there, and I think they'll look much better with a fresh new set of foot railings along there. Right, so it's time for a quick lunch break. Still got the fire going, it's getting nice and toasty in here, maybe too hot in at the moment. So that's going to help the wood dry out. But for the exterior stuff, what I'm going to do is go around and start locating places where I can use some of this wet rock wood hardener. Now I've heard great things about this, so hopefully this shall help fix some of the pieces I don't want to replace. So I'm basically going to go around anywhere that's got slight holes or anything like that, fill it with that, give it a couple of hours, and then go over the top of it with some wood filler. So hopefully that will fix some of the issues and I won't have to replace too many panels. Obviously there's a couple that are just beyond repair, but I'm hoping this and this will help save that a little bit. Right, so like I said, just had the lunch break, and now it's time to start looking at which bits of wood are going to need this wood hardening stuff. So this one is one of the frames round the end of the brake van. Now the other one's fine, but this one is a little bit hollow. So what we're going to do is get this stuff absolutely stinks and start pasting it on. And it's best to do this while it is dry-ish as well, out, as it takes about 2 hours to fully harden. So I'm going to kind of do this one as a test piece, see how well it comes out, and then providing this does what I want it to do, be able to do some more on the rest of the wagon. But definitely do this in a ventilated area because it's really stinks. Right, so that is it for day one. So today I filmed the introduction video to the brake van, plus the sort of episode 2, if you like, of the first day of progress. As I said, every day I come up here, it'll be another video's worth of whatever I've got done that day. I started having a look at what's underneath the paint, and the wood condition there is not too bad at all. As you've seen in the last couple of clips, I've painted this with wood hardener. So next time I come down, I'll find out if it's actually worked or not. The fire has been an absolute fantastic success. Aside the fact that when you undo that, if you let go of that, the handle goes underneath there. So I've somehow managed to burn my finger, which is a bit annoying. And I've also got a splinter as well. But that's the only two injuries from today. As you see, I've got the lovely little fire bucket there as well now. I'm going to paint that up red at some point. But the job aside, obviously the first thing I'm doing next time I get down here is fixing this panel, some supports back in place for that panel, and hopefully get the wood ordered as well for the foot plates either side. I then want to finish angle grinding down all of this, so I can get some heat resistant black paint on that and the furnace as well. And we've also managed to get onto the roof to sort the cap of the chimney out, so when it rains water won't fill up down here anymore, which is a good thing. I've cleaned out the tray a little bit as well, and just everywhere really. A lot of this stuff here is from the paint that I've started scraping off the top up there. You can see there's loads of it down here, and yeah, the brakes are a little bit tight, but hopefully we'll be able to get it over a pit at some point. just to sort that out. And yeah, so this is it for the official end of day one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll probably do an outro when I get home, so I will see you all in a second. So there we have it, day one of the brake van renovation. Now hopefully you've enjoyed this video and obviously the first video. As I said, they were both filmed on the same day, so any feedback you left on the first video, which has only just gone up, obviously I'm not going to be able to respond to as such until I'm filming episode 3, which will be filmed the Wednesday after this comes out. And hopefully we'll be able to make a little bit more progress. I'll try and get up on the roof as well and get some footage, because a lot of the feedback I've seen from episode 1, which obviously I couldn't look into in episode 2, was about getting the roof done first. So I'm going to get up there if I can for episode 3 and try and show you guys what the roof is like as well, so then hopefully we're all on the same page. But yeah, other than that, once again I'd like to give a huge shout out to Paul and Charles down at the Colne Valley Railway. As I say, Charles is the reason that I've got stuck in this. He gave me a tour when I first went down there, showed me his locomotives and what the whole place was about. And then same with Paul, he's an enthusiast for wagons, and I mean I was going to maybe attempt a box van or something, but now I've ended up getting a brake van, which I'm super pleased about. A couple of people mentioned about the liveries. I think it's most likely going to be the civil engineer grey, so the grey with the yellow strip. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, as always, please do hit the thumbs up, and any feedback from this video or the first one, just feel free to leave in the comment section below. As I say, I'm filming the next episode on Wednesday, so there's something for you guys to look forward to. It should be out a couple of days after I filmed it, and hopefully we might, I'm not sure yet, because obviously I don't know, we might be able to get the brake van moving, but we'll have to see when that comes. So yeah, other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. If you do, please smash the thumbs up button, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.